Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. We meet again for the last lecture in chapter 7, which is lecture 6 of 6. Learning objective for this lecture is, by the end of this lesson, students should be able to solve problems involving mixed compound interest. So here in this lecture, you will see in one question there will be two different cases. Either the first one, compound amount without R together with the case annuity future value, or you will have a question contains compound amount without R together with annuity present value. More than that, it can be the case where annuity future value together with annuity present value. So it will depend on the question. The characters involved in these examples may be different from your module. However, all the calculations are still valid. So let's continue with examples by Madam Salawati.
Next question. Fatah and Fazura are buying a house and have taken out a 30 years RM200,000 loan at 6.8% interest compounded monthly. So for question 1, what will their monthly payment? So we have to find R. Question number 2, how much will they have actually paid at the end of 30 years? So R times N. How much interest will they have paid? So interest is given by R times N minus A. Okay. So let us calculate. For question number 1, we are going to use formula A equal to R. 1 minus 1 plus I to the power of negative N over I. Okay, so A here is 200,000 equal to R 1 minus 1 plus 0.068 over 12 to the power of negative 360 over 0.068 over 12. Therefore, the monthly payment are equal to RM 1303.85. For question number 2, how much will they have actually paid at the end of 30 years? R times N equal to 1303.85 times 360. So answer will be RM 469,386. Question number 3. Interest equal to R times N minus A. So 469,386 minus 200,000. The answer is RM 269,386. Next question. Hanbil is working in a tire factory that offers a pension in the form of an annuity that pays 5% annual interest compounded monthly. He wants to work for 30 years and then have a retirement income of 4,000 per month for 25 years. How much do he and his employer together have to deposit per month into pension fund to accomplish this? Okay, so let's draw a timeline. For the first 30 years, okay, Han Bill and his employer have to save R. So we have to find R here. For 1 year, the interest J equal to 5% and the interest is compounded monthly. So M equal to 12. Therefore, N equal to 360. So the accumulated amount for 30 years is S. And then for the next 25 years, okay, Han Bill wants to withdraw RM 4,000 per month. The interest rate for 1 year J equal to 5% and it is compounded monthly, so M equal to 12. Therefore, N equal to 300. Since S equal to A, okay, S equal to A, therefore the formula for S are 1 plus I 0.05 compounded monthly over 12 to the power of 360 minus 1 over 0.05 over 12 equal to A 4,000 1 minus 1 plus 0.05 over 12 to the power of negative 300 over 0.05 over 12. So therefore, R equal to RM 822 and 15 cent. So 822 and 15 cent is the amount that Han Bill and his employer have to deposit per month. Next example. 6 years ago, Alia deposit RMK in an account that paid an interest rate of 3.75% compounded monthly. Today, an amount of 37,556 and 50 cents has been accumulated in the account. She plans to add more saving in the account by making monthly deposit of RM300 for the next 10 years. During this period, given the interest rate is 4.05% compounded monthly. For question A, find the value of K. Question B, how much the overall interest will be obtained at the end of the 10 years period. Question C, after 10 years period, Alia withdraw all the saving and buys an annuity scheme that promises a return with the rate 6% compounded quarterly. How much equal withdrawal at the end of every 3 months can she make for the period of 15 years? And question D, calculate the effective rate equivalent to nominal rate in part C. For this question, let us draw a timeline. Okay, so this is our timeline. -6 years, -5 years, 0, 1 year, and 10 years. Okay, so the interest rate for the last 6 years is 3.75%. 0.75%. And now the interest rate is 4.05%. Earlier deposit K here, and now K S1 is 37,556.50 cent. Okay, so starting here, Alia deposit every month 300 ringgit for 10 years. Okay, so S2 here, R equal to 300. Okay, and here for 6 years is 72, and here n equal to 120. Okay, for question A, find the value of K. To find K, we use the formula S equal to P 1 plus I to the power of n. So K is the principal. S is 37,556 and 50 cent. K 1 plus I 0.0375 over 12 to the power of 72. Therefore, K equal to RM 30,000. For question B, how much the overall interest will be obtained at the end of 10 years period? So first, we have to find S2. Okay, we have to find S2. R equal to 300. 1 plus 0.0405 over 12 to the power of 120 minus 1 over 0.0405 over 12. Okay, so S2 here equal to RM 44,291 and 60 cent. So the interest earned for this case, let's say I1. Okay, I1 is S minus R times N. So S here is 44,291 and 60 cent minus R 300 times 120. So interest earned is RM 8,291 and 60 cent. Okay, 6 years ago, Alia deposit 30,000. So now, the amount is 37,556 and 50 cent. But after 10 years, let's say the amount accumulated is S3. So S3 is P 1 plus I to the power of n. And the principal now is 37,556 and 50 cent. 1 plus the interest rate is 0.0405 over 12 to the power of 120. So the accumulated amount is 56,270 and 17 cent. So interest earned for this case let's say I2 is S minus P. So S here is 56,270 and 17 cent minus the original principal, which is 30,000. So interest earned is 26,270 and 17 cent. So total interest is I1 plus I2, which is 34,561 and 77 cent. For question C, after 10 years period, Alia withdraws all the saving and buy an annuity scheme that promise a return with a rate of 6% compounded quarterly. How much equal withdrawal at the end of every 3 months can she make for the period of 15 years? So first we have to find the total withdrawal. Okay, so the total withdrawal is S2 plus S3. Okay, so S2 is 44,291 and 60 cent. S3 is 56,270 and 17 cent. So total is 100,561 and 77 cent. And this is our A. So A is 100,561 and 77 cent. So R is the equal withdrawal, okay, that we have to find. And the interest rate J is 0.06 compounded quarterly, M equal to 4 for a period of 15 years. So T equal to 15 years. Okay, so we are going to use the formula A equal to R 1 minus 1 plus I to the power of negative n over I. Okay, so substitute the value 100,561 and 77 cent equal to R 1 minus 1 plus 0.06 over 4 to the power of negative 4 times 15 over 0.06 over 4. Therefore, R equal to RM 2,553 and 61 cent. And then question D, calculate the effective rate equivalent to nominal rate in part C. So we are going to use the formula RE equal to 1 plus I to the power of M minus 1. Okay, so equal 1 plus 0.06 over 4 to the power of 4 minus 1 equal to 0.0614 equals 6.14%. Okay, next question. In order to buy his dream car, a BMW 318i, Mr. Harun takes a loan of 240,000 at 6% per year compounded monthly for 20 years. Find the monthly payment. So here we have to find R, the monthly payment. Question 2, find the total interest that need to be paid. So total interest is R times N minus A. And then question 3, Mr. Harun missed the first 10 payment. So what must he pay at the time the 11th payment is due to bring him up to date? So here we have to find S11. Question number 4. If after 15 years, Mr. Harun decide to pay off his loan, how much must he pay? Okay, so for 15 years, n equal to 180. So, Mr. Harun has paid for 15 years. And then, for the rest, he want to pay off his loan. So, we have to find A, 60. Okay, so let us calculate for question number 1. We are going to use A equal to R, 1 minus 1 plus I to the power of negative n over I. Okay, A here is 240,000. R, 1 minus 1 plus I, 0.06 compounded monthly over 12 to the power of negative 240 for 20 years over 0.06 over 12. Therefore, R, the monthly payment, equal to RM 1719.43. For question number 2, find the total interest that need to be paid. So interest equal to R times N minus A. So R 1719.43 times 240 minus A 240,000. So answer will be RM 172,663 and 20 cents. For question number 3, let's draw a timeline. Okay, so Mr. Harun missed the first 10 payment. Okay, so Mr. Harun missed the first 10 payment. So he missed the first payment, the second payment, and so on. So he missed the 10 payment. What must he pay at the 11th payment is due to bring him up to date. Okay, so he want to pay at the time the 11th payment is due. Okay, so here he want to pay here. Okay, therefore S11. So S11 is given by R 1719.43 times 1 plus I, 1 plus 0.06 over 12 to the power of 11 minus 1 over 0.06 over 12 equal to RM 19393.74. The fourth question, If after 15 years, Mr. Harun decide to pay off his loan, how much must he pay? Okay, so here 15 years, here is 20 years. So N here equal to 180 and here is 240. So if after 15 years, Mr. Harun decide to pay off his loan, how much must he pay? Okay, so here is N 181, 182 and so on. So he want to pay here. Okay, so the number of payment left N is 240 minus 180 equal to 60. So we have to find A60. So A60 is given by R 1719.43 times 1 minus 1 plus I 0.06 over 12 to the power of negative 60 over 0.06 over 12. So answer will be RM 88938.48.
Now, I will continue for the last example, which is example 5 in this lecture. Here we have Shaza purchased a house by paying 5,750 and 32 cents as down payment and promised to pay 811 and 41 cents every month for the next 15 years. The interest charge is at the rate of 9% compounded monthly. So here we have the value of 5,750 and 32 cents, which is this is the down payment. And then we have 811 and 41 cents, the amount that she need to pay every month. So this is the periodic payment, which is represented by capital letter R equals to 811 and 41 cents. Because the keyword is every month. So this is periodic payment for the next 15 years. So this will be our T is equals to 15. The interest charge is at the rate of 9%. So this will be our J. 9%, 0.09. Compounded monthly, which represent our M is equals to 12. So these are the information that we have. The first question is asking for the cash value of the house. What it means by the cash value? Cash value means that equals to down payment plus with the loan. So this is the cash value of the house. We need to plus down payment together with the loan. The down payment is already given in the question, which is 5,750 and 32 cents plus loan. Loan is represented by capital letter A. As I said in the last lecture, if the question asks you about purchase a capital, we need to represent the amount is present value. So here that's why loan is A, present value. If you don't have the money now, you cannot buy the house. So here, in order to find the cash value of house, we need to find A. Our aim here is we need to find A. Let's write the information where we have R equals to 811 and 41. I is equals to 0.09 over M is 12. Simplify our I, we will get 0.075. And then our N is equals to 15 times 12, which is equals to 180. So the formula for A is equals to R times 1 minus 1 plus I to the power of negative N over I. Just put all the values inside the formula. 811 and 41 times with 1 minus 1 plus 0.0075 to the power of negative 180 over 0.0075. Then just press your calculator and you will get your A in RM. It will be equals to 79,999 and 68 cents. So this will be the value of the loan that Shaza need to do. How about the cash value? So the cash value of the house will be equals to cash value equals to 5,750 and 32 cents plus with 79,999 and 68 cents. So it will become RM 85,750 ringgit. This will be the answer for the question A, asking for the cash value of the house. In this question, you already know the loan that Shaza need to do. So the loan, which is A, is equals to RM 79,999 and 68 cents. So this is the amount of loan. Now for question B, let's read the question first. Here we have, after paying for the first 5 years, Shaza wished to discharge her remaining debt by making a single payment at time when the 61st regular payment was due. What must she pay in addition to the regular payment then due? From the question A just now, we know that Shaza did a loan in order to buy a house, right? So the value of her loan is A equals to 79,999 and 68 cents. So this is the value of loan that she already did. So now in question B, we are discussing about the loan. Okay, the situation is where Shaza already paid monthly payment the first 5 years, and then Shaza wished to discharge, meaning that she wants to settle her loan by making single payment at time when the 61st regular payment was due. In a simple word, we can say that she wants to settle the debt on the 61st payment, which means we can portray as R61. At the payment of 61, she wants to settle all her debt. That's what it means. Okay? And then the question asks you to find what must she pay in addition to the regular payment then due. Therefore, at the 61st payment, she needs to pay R61 and together with some amount of money. Let's portray it as X. Let's see the timeline that we have, okay, for better understanding. So this will be the timeline. First of all, here we have 0. Here is 1 year. And then the last circle will be 15 years. Why? Because in the problem statement, Shaza promised to pay 811 and 41 cents every month for the next 15 years. So the loan agreed for 15 years. That's why here we have 15 years. Then on the timeline, we will have here is R1, which portrays the first monthly payment she did. And here is R2, which portrays the second monthly payment, R3, R4, R5, and so on until the first year, it will be R12, which portrays 12 monthly payment. And then, to make it simple, here we have 5 years. Since the first statement is said that after paying the first 5 years, so at the 5 years, we will have R60. Why R60? Because 5 times 12 will give us 60. Means that she already did 60 payment. So, after the 60th payment, here we have R60 first payment. At R61st payment, she need to pay the value of R, which is 811 and 41 cents. And then here she wants to settle her loan, which means that from R61 until 15 years, which portrays our value of R is 180. So R180 portrays the last payment that she need to pay. But Shaza did not want to wait until R180. She want to settle her debt at R61. So what it means by the plan, we will have the picture like this. After R61st, it will be R62. Means that we need to calculate some amount of money and it should be settled by R61, followed by R63, where we need to find amount of money to be settled at R61 in order to achieve her dream. Same thing as R64, where we need to bring the amount of money to R61 in order to settle her debt. R65 is also the same process, where we need to bring to the R60 first. We need to do the same as the rest of R until R180. Here, R180, we need to calculate some amount of money in order to settle the payment at R61st. Okay, so here, if you look at the picture, you can see it looks like the present value time scale, isn't it? So that's why here we will have x is equals to our value of A, which represented as present value. So our x is actually A is the one that we need to find. So if you can see here, R62 until R180, the value of n that we will have is 180 minus 61. It will be 119. So this will be our n, represented the rest of R after R61st. We already have the value of R61, which is 811 and 41 cents. And the next value that we need to find is A, the additional amount of money that she need to pay to the regular payment then due. So the formula for present value is R 1 minus 1 plus I to the power of negative n over I. Our R is 811 and 41 cents. Our I is 0.0075. And then our N, which portrays the rest of R after R61st until R180, which is 180 minus 61. It will become 119. So this will be our value of N. And then we just put all the values inside the formula, we will get such that 811 and 41 cent. 1 minus 1 plus 0.0075 to the power of negative 119 over 0.0075. Then just press your calculator and you will get your A is equals to RM 63,723 and 07 cent. Which means that the additional amount that she need to pay on R61st is 63,723 and 7 cent. Therefore, total payment that she need to pay on R61st in order to settle her debt will be equals to 811 and 41 cent plus with the additional amount 63,723 and 7 cent. And the total payment at R61 is equals to RM 64,534 and 48 cent. So this will be the total payment that she need to pay on the R61st in order to settle her loan, which means that she didn't have any outstanding payment. Let's do a recap about what we already learned in this chapter. We already learned about simple interest and simple amount in 7.1. Okay? And then we have for discount, we learned it in 7.2. Whereas for compound amount without R is in subtopic 7.3. Meanwhile, for annuity, which is compound amount with R, is in 7.4. Which means that by now, you should know which subtopic that you should refer to in order to solve the given problem. For simple interest, as you already learned in 7.1, simple interest, these are the formula. Simple amount, this is the respected formula in order to find the simple amount. And then we have the simple discount represented by capital letter D, and this is the formula. And in 7.2, we also learn about the proceed. The proceed, what is the proceed? The amount that we receive from the bank. And then here we have to learn about equivalent R to D. So these are the formula in order to find the equivalent R to D. Meanwhile, for compound amount without R and annuity with R, what is the difference between compound amount without R and annuity? Obviously, annuity we have the value of R here. In the formula we have value of R. Whether future or present, both formula contains R. Meanwhile, for compound amount without R, there is no R in the formula. So this is how to differentiate the compound amount without R and annuity. How to differentiate between the future value and the present value? Future value is the value that we gain in the future, whereas the present value is the value that we already had. Therefore, this is the rough idea about we already learned in this chapter. Okay, that's all from me for chapter 7, Mathematics of Finance. Thanks for learning. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and bye-bye.